Imagine what you could accomplish if you had no distractions. If you're anything like me, whenever I'm working at my desk or on my phone, I start something and then a few seconds or minutes later, I'm off to doing something else. It's hard to take the time to do deep work, and that's exactly where these little guys come in. Hi, I'm Nick Beliveau. I'm an entrepreneur, a speaker, and a photographer. On this channel, I speak about things I'm passionate about to help you be more organized, to perform better, and get more out of life. Today, I want to talk about what I call my thinking book. These could be called a pocket notebook, a pocket journal, a catch-all book. They could go by a lot of names, and I want to start by giving credit where credit is due, because I was inspired to start this by watching another fellow YouTuber, Parker Setcase, with the channel Park Notes. Really cool. I invite you to check it out. He's a philosopher, a theologian, where he speaks about in his videos how to think better, how to take better notes, and is really, I would say, a journaling nerd in the best way possible. So check it out, but he speaks a lot about a catch-all book or a pocket notebook. And over the years, I've tried to think of frameworks to better organize my thoughts, take better notes in general. And one of the main ways I did that was having, just a dedicated workbook. So this is essentially 8.5 by 11 spiral notebook that I use for my to-do list, to take work notes, meeting notes, whatever. And then a separate book, which is more like a journal and diary, where I just share my thoughts. And now this one's been running since 2020, so I don't do it that often. I should do it more. But these, because of their size, I didn't really take with me. And the idea of having something more portable that literally fits in your pocket spoke to me, because whenever I'm out on the go, I would take notes simply on my phone, but then that would lead to opening up Instagram, checking Facebook, looking at my emails or whatever. The beauty of this is, I could go to the park, go to a cafe, and not touch my phone at all, and think through a problem or just note down my thoughts wherever I am without having to reach for my phone. So it's an analog offline solution that's beautifully simple, but that I never took the time to actually think. And that's kind of what I wanted to share in today's video, is just the idea of grabbing some of these and trying it out. I simply went to the dollar store and tried to buy everything they had that was pocket size to see what paper would be best, because there's a lot of higher end solutions of pocket notebooks. But these three books were literally $1.25. So for 42 cents a book, I really couldn't go wrong. And how I broke it down so far is there's one book that is my catch-all. So the catch-all book is really the one that I always have on me, that anything I think of goes into it, and then it could be dispatched maybe into my to-do list if it's related to that, into a document if I need to break something down more, or maybe an idea for a YouTube channel, rather a YouTube video. But then that's where this other book comes in, and this one's specifically for YouTube. So the subject matter might be different for you, but having a pocket notebook dedicated to one subject is really cool, because then it lets you think deeply within that subject. One thing I struggle with is making these videos on a continual basis and scripting out the video, all the pre-production, to make sure that what I want to discuss is able to fit into a short video and have some sense of flow. So taking the time to think through that is, for me, rather challenging. And when I start doing that on my computer, I end up just watching other YouTube videos or whatever the case may be. So by doing it completely offline and just having myself, a pen and a book, and putting my ideas down on paper, makes the process a whole lot easier, a whole lot more enjoyable, and at the end of the day, way more efficient. So there you go. It's as simple as that. That's an introduction to my thinking books. I invite you to give it a shot. It just costs a few cents on the dollar to pick some of these up. Start simply with a catch-all book one that you really carry just everywhere with you, and take the time to just sit down, observe your thoughts, and write down anything that becomes interesting. And while you do that exercise, think about what subject matter might be interesting that you maybe it involves your work, or that you're just interested or passionate about, and that you want to spend more time thinking deeply around. And that's where a subject-focused book can come in handy. And then you just dive in deeper around that subject matter in a dedicated pocket notebook. So there you go. I hope you found this video useful. And if you plan on trying anything out, if you try pocket notebooks, do let me know. And if you have any recommendations to improve this system, I'm happy to hear them out. And if you watched this far, well, thank you. And consider subscribing for more content of the sort. And finally, here are some maybe other videos that you might be interested in that might float your boat. In any case, I'll catch you in the next one.